Namaste. Hi, beautiful people. Nice to see you. Welcome along to my 60-minute Wednesday night practice tonight. So I hope that you've got your mat all set up and you just cleared a nice space for yourself. Block out the outside noise. I know it's hard at the moment, but if other people, other members of your family want to join in with you, then please go ahead. It's available for all ages and stages, and I cater from beginner to advanced, so you can just do what feels best for you in that moment. So we're going to focus on the sun salute today, and I'm just going to break down step by step and give you the best chance. So I might actually turn myself around so that you can actually see myself in the best angle, but for now we're just going to bring our feet together as we start a warm-up. Feel connected, feel grounded, squeezing your inner thighs together. The core is, the tush is tight, the core is in, lifting up nice and tall, relaxing your shoulders down. Let's bring 3 nice deep breaths into our body as we rise up. And exhale that big stretch out. And inhale. And exhale. Taking in as much air as you can. And exhale down. Bringing your hands across your chest with the inhale. And the exhale, we rotate the left arm out to the back. We follow the fingertips. Inhale to the center. And exhale, rotate the right hand out. Crossing over with the inhale breath. And twist. Center. And open out. Inhale to the center. And exhale to your mountain, relaxing your shoulders down, core pulled in, standing up nice and tall. And inhale with strong arms made of steel. And exhale, push the air away. And now light and free as you breathe in. And do the breath. And now reaching through the fingertips. Imagine you're a robot and the arms come out with the inhale. And exhale down. And light as a feather. Free. Floating. Here's the yin and the yang. 2 more of those nice deep breaths in. And exhale. And light. And free. Reaching the arms out like an angel. And exhale. Fold yourself in. I'm sure there's quite a lot of angels out there at the moment. And lifting up. And I really admire the people that are in the emergency services and everyone that needs to carry on. And lifting up, squeeze everything really tight. And exhale, bend those knees and fold yourself in. And reach out. And arms come down. So this time we inhale, arms wide. And the exhale, we cross over to the left side of our body. Stretching out, long and lean. Pull the core in, inhale, and exhale to over to the right side. Really waking up the internal organs, giving them a gentle massage, a gentle squeeze. Inhale and lengthen out. And one more to the middle with the inhale breath. I had to shut the curtains and I had to shut the sun out because actually it was a bit glary. But we've been blessed to have a bit of sunshine today. So I hope you all got to enjoy it. And just breathe down. Squeezing your shoulder blades up and down. Breathing in and out. And two more. Use the breathe up. We want to release any tension that you might be holding on to and down. So this time we bend down through the knees. The fingertips are reaching to the earth. And then as you exhale, you lift up, fingers to the sky. Squeeze everything really tight. So we come down with the inhale breath. And exhale, lifting up. Now I'm just warming up my body for my sun salute. Sometimes you could actually go straight into it, but today I'm breaking it down. And reaching out through the fingertips and exhale up. See if you can come a little bit lower, pushing that tailbone away, the hands come down. And exhale up. Breathe. Two more of those nice breaths in. And then lead through your fingertips and exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the arms out strong. Inhale and exhale back to your mountain. Now we're actually going to bring our feet hip width apart. So standing at the front of your mats, and it's your feet, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders are all in alignment, and this is our base for our sun salute. So we reach up to the sky with the inhale breath. We tip ourselves over like we're hinging from the hips, folding yourself all the way down. Relaxing your head, you're like a little floppy rag doll. Bending your knees, your hips are low, lift your chin up, push through the soles of the feet, reach to the sky, inhale, and pull your palms down together to your heart center as you exhale. That's called a swan dive or in reverse swan. So we're going to run through that again. Inhale. Exhale, fold yourself all the way down and breathe. Bending the knees, lifting the chin and reach up with strength, looking up and bring your hands to your heart. Now I'm just going to turn around so that you can see from a different angle, different perspective. So everything is standing tall and being proud. We take that breath and then you swan dive over, so you're folding yourself down and relax the head here. Bending the knees, hips are low, lift the chin, push all the way up. And bring your hands down to your heart as you exhale. So let's do that again. Feet parallel, grounding down, shoulders are relaxed. Let's take that breath in. Swan dive over. Bending the knees, lifting the chin, rise up like the sun. And bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. Good, so that's our swan dive and our reverse swan. So we will be using that in our sun salute sequence to start with. So let's Breathe in. And swan dive over, exhale, all the way down. This time we bend our knees, lift your chin up, plant your hands down with the inhale breath. And the exhale, you take your left leg back, straight back, lower down through your hips, open your heart. And here we're in a lunge, so I'm really pushing back through the heel and lowering through the hips. You're just going to hold it here just for a few breaths. In our sun salute, we'd flow through each pose with the breath, but we're still just breaking it down. So I'm going to take an inhale breath. And as I exhale, I'm going to step my foot back to my plank. So I'm here, pushing through the heels, squeezing everything really tight. If you need to, you can bring your knees down to the ground here. So I'll show you on the side. So from our plank, which is here, pushing through the heels, squeezing into the thighs. Or if it's too intense for you, you bring your knees down to the ground. Hold it here. And then from our plank, actually everybody just bring your knees down. We soften the elbows down, and then we're going to push all the way up to our cobra. And there's all sorts of various sequences for the sun salute. My one that I prefer and I like is to add a child pose in here. So I scoop the core, the hips come back, and exhale through my child pose. It's a nice way to warm up the back. So now I inhale to the table. Nice strong arms, and exhale, tucking the toes, and I push down through the earth so I can lift myself up to my downward dog. The tail is reaching right up to the sky. You're trying to push your heels down to the earth. Just breathe. We rise up onto the balls of the feet with the inhale breath. And the knees come down, but not all to the ground. So it's called a floating table. So the shins are parallel to the mat. So I'll give you a side angle of that. So from our downward dog, which is up here, you rise to the toes with the inhale, and then the knees come down here. So that's our floating table. And from our floating table, we're going to pull ourselves back with the hips. Pull back, and your left foot is going to come to your left thumb. So we come through, pushing that back leg away, lower through your hips, open your heart. Just breathe. The knee touches the ground, we unhook the toe. We're just going to lift up to here, and then exhale, sinking down. So we're opening up our hip flexors right here and pushing kind of forward and down, keeping those shoulders rolled back and relaxed. And here's our sun salute. So we rise up with the breath, and then the exhale, just open your heart and release. So from here, we're in our low lunge. We tuck the toes with the inhale breath. And the exhale, you push straight back through the heel. There's my high lunge. And from here, I'm going to be like that spring, pull back with the breath, looking forward to where your foot wants to land. you power the back foot forward. We're in our forward fold. And now I use my reverse swan to lift myself up and bring my hands to my heart. So that's one of the sequences. We'll do the same to the right hand side. So we take that breath in and use all the exhale to swan dive forward. We bend the knees, lift the chin, hips to low, inhale. And we push the right leg all the way back to our lunge here. Just hold it here, pushing through the heel, really opening through your hips, and breathe. And then we take an inhale breath. The inhale is the initiation of the movement, the exhale is the doing. And we push back. Here's our plank. Remember the option, if you need to, you can bring your knees down to the ground, pulling in that core. We'll bring the knees down to the ground to start with. We soften the elbows and we push all the way up. Exhale to our cobra. Scooping the core, bring the hips back. Breathe to your child pose. Inhale to your tabletop. And exhale to your downward dog. So lifting the hips right up to the sky. Just breathing. Rising up onto the toes with the inhale. The shins come down to our floating table so they're parallel to the mat. Here we're going to be like that spring, so we pull the hips back with the inhale. We're looking towards our right thumb and our right foot comes forward to the thumb, pushing back, open your heart here. So our lunge, really extending that back leg and lowering down to your hips. Knee touches the ground, unhooks the toe. We're just going to lift us, pull the core and lift up. And then breathe down. And we sun salute. Reaching up. And breathe. And release. The hands come down. Tuck your toes with the inhale. And push back with the exhale breath. We're going to be like that spring. So we pull ourselves back. And the left foot is going to power forward, hang over, let your head relax. And reverse swan. We lift the chin, bend those knees, keeping the knees over the ankles, and bring our hands to our heart. Well done, team. So I'm just going to turn around. You can just stay watching me if you like. And I'll give you a wee demonstration so you can see where we're going. So we'll start in our mountain pose, feet hip width apart, lifting the chin, hands to heart. So we take that breath and swan dive over. It's the bending of the knees, lifting the chin, inhale. Exhale, the leg goes straight back. Here's my lunge. I take the breath here. And then I come back to my plank. Here I'm going to shift the weight forward, crocodile down with the inhale. And then come all the way up to my cobra. Here. Scoop the core, lower the hips, exhale to your child pose. Inhale to your table and exhale through your downward dog. Rising up onto the toes, inhale. Shins come to your floating table, exhale. Be like the spring, so we pull the hips back to here, looking where you'll want to land your foot to your right thumb. Come forward here, pushing that back leg away. The knee touches down, we pull the core and that's going to lift us up to sun salute. And release. Tucking the toes with the inhale. Push straight back through the heel. There's my lunge. Again, I'm going to be like the spring, pull back. And then I power the foot forward, let my head hang down. And reverse swan. Lifting up. And bring your hands to your heart. Exhale. So that's the sun salute. Now we're going to do it to the other side. I might stay facing this way. However, you do what feels best for you. You can see me. So you might have your mat vertical or horizontal. I'm just going to stay this way. So I've done my right leg. So now I'm going to do my left. So we inhale. Swan dive over. And you'll be able to see that from the sun salute sequence, a lot of the yoga poses are based on it. So bend the knee, lift the chin, inhale, and your left leg comes back to the lunge. Lifting your heart, lifting your chin, looking up. Take that breath, inhale, and exhale, step back to your plank. Remember, the option is to come on your knees if you need to. Shift the weight forward, we crocodile down, so we keep the elbows tucked into the ribs. And we lift up to our cobra. Scoop the core, pull the hips back, exhale to your child. Inhale to your table and exhale to your downward dog. Rising up onto the toes, inhale. Knees come down to your floating table. Pulling back with the breath and spring the left leg forward to your lunge. Knee touches down, unhook the toe, pull the core in and lift yourself up. And sun salute here. And release. Tucking the toes at the back with the inhale. And push straight back through the heel. Being like that spring, pull the hips back. Power the back foot forward to your forward fold, hang over. And reach up to your reverse swan. Make sure you keep that breathing flowing, because if you're holding your breath, you're not going to have enough energy to take it to the next step. So that was your left leg. So now we're going to make both checks even, right team, and do the right side. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive over. Bending the knees, lifting the chin, inhale. And the exhale straight back with the right leg. Take that breath here. We're going to prepare for our plank. The initiation of the breath, the execution is the doing. Shift the weight forward, crocodile down with the inhale and lifting up to your cobra. Scoop the core, that's going to lift your hips back to your child pose. Just breathe. Inhale to your table and exhale through your downward dog. Rising up onto your toes, inhale. Come down to your floating table. Pull back with the hips. And the right leg powers forward to the thumb. That back knee touches the ground, unhooks. Pull the core in, it's going to lift us up to our sun salute. And just breathe here. Release. Tucking the toes in the inhale. And here's the doing. Push straight back through the heel. Being like that spring, pull back. And power the back foot forward to the forward fold. Hang over. Bend, lift, rise up to the sun. And bring your hands to your heart as you exhale, bringing it back to you. So we are reaching out and then coming back to ourselves. So well done, team. That was a variation of a sun salute. So I'm going to come back this way. And this time we're going to speed it up a little bit using the breath to flow seamlessly from one movement to the next. And then we can get to have some nice stretches. Bring our hands to your heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. We'll start with the left-hand side. So we bend the knees, lifting the chin, inhale. And exhale, left leg straight back to your lunge. Take that breath here. And exhale straight back to your plank. Crocodile down. And exhale, cobra up. Scooping the core, lower the hips, child pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, downward dog. Rising up onto the toes, inhale. Coming down to your floating table, exhale. Using that breath, pull back like a spring. Your left foot's coming forward to the thumb. And breathe. Back knee down, unhook the toe, pull the core and lift up to sun salute. And breathe. Down here. And release. Tucking the toes, inhale. Push straight back through the heel, exhale. Be like the spring, pull back. And power your foot forward to hang over. Reverse swan, bending the knees, hips are low, reaching up. We're halfway, team. We are firing up today, cooking with gas. And we've got to make both cheeks even, so we're off to the right side. Inhale. Swan dive over, use all the exhale to release. Bend, lift, breathe. Right leg goes straight back to our lunge. The inhale breath is here. And we exhale back to our plank with strength. Shift the weight forward, crocodile down. And lifting up. Scoop the core, lower the hips, exhale, child. Inhale, table. And exhale to your downward dog, pushing up through the hips. Rising up onto the toes, inhale. The knees come to your floating, exhale. Pull back like a spring. And it's your right leg forward to the thumb. Knee touches down, unhooks the back toe, lifting up to the sun. And breathe here. So I'm feeling quite warm now actually. Got a bit of a sweat going on because we've been powering up, which is what we need. Tucking the toes, inhale. Push straight back through the heel, exhale. Pull back. And spring forward, hanging over, forward fold. And reverse swan, bending the knees, lifting up. Hands to heart, exhale. And that, my friends, is one variation of the sun salute. Just breathe, release, have a little wiggle, have a little shake it all about, do the hokey pokey. It's just a nice way to release. With any of the power poses, it's quite intense. Of course, our body is intense, so it's nice just to shake it out. Right, so we're just going to do some nice hip opening exercises. So we've already opened up our hips through our sun salute, and we're just going to come on down to the back of our mats, feet parallel. So sometimes I even like to rock myself so that I'm feeling really grounded. Pull the core, tail under, core pulled in, lifting tall, relaxing the shoulders. We're just going to breathe in and swan dive over. Bending the knees, walking your hands forward this time. You'll come down onto your hands and knees and your tabletop here. Tucking the toes, taking your knees wide this time. Toes together. We're going to go through a wide-legged child pose, so reaching out and then just rest your forehead down on your mat. Our passive hip opener, the wide-legged child pose. Just breathe here. Lifting the chin up, walking your hands back to your back here. So now I'm going to sit up tall, take a breath, and then exhale. The palms come up, and I'm staying nice and connected, lifted up. If this is too intense for you, you can just bring your knees in a little bit, so it's not so intense on your hips. And then walking yourself forward, pushing that tailbone away from you and really stretching through the back. Relax your forehead down as you breathe. A nice, lovely restorative pose, the child pose. Lifting your chin, walking the hands back. So with my chin lifted up, I want my head to be on the top of my spine, obviously, so that I can take a breath and breathe out. Palms come up. And because my head is the heaviest part of my body, I always tell you to lift your chin up first, lift your head up, get your focus, so that you're not going to lose your balance. So that's why I do that. And then once your head is on on top, then you can pull the core in and you've got more control through your spine, more growing tall. And find those moments of pure bliss for yourself. Where can you go a little bit deeper, a little bit further, a little bit stronger? Lifting the chin up, looking up, walking back, the hands and the knees come in. 1, 2. So this time I'm going to take my left knee forward, bring it in, and then I place it on an angle. I'm going to push through the back leg. We're moving to our pigeon. However, if this is too intense for you, you come to your bottom and you just bend your back knee, and this is called our 90-90, and you just stay here. And then we're going to fold ourselves down. Otherwise, if you're moving in your pigeon, that back leg is pushed away. We're going to square the hips to the center, and I'm going to lift myself up. So I've got a nice straight back, leading through the crown of my head. And I'd like to imagine that you've got a rod in your spine, a golden rod, I say. You've got a golden rod, and you want to keep it nice and straight as you fold forward. So take that breath, lift up tall, and then as you exhale, just fold yourself down. Now you might come onto your hands, you might come onto your elbows, you might make fists with your hands and rest your forehead down through your fists. This is my favourite. Or if you really want to extend yourself out, you take your arms out and head down. Now just breathe here. This is a lovely restorative pose. This is our sleeping swan. And here you want to send the exhale breath to your left hip. So as you take a nice inhale breath, send the exhale to your right hip and just notice what happens. A gentle lift of your chin, get your focus. You might blink a little bit. Now I can start pulling the core in so that I can lift up through the spine nice and tall. And then the exhale, we're just going to release the knee back. Good. So now we'll do the right hand side. So the right knee comes forward. You might bring your foot up a little bit. If you're super flexible in your hips, which some of you are, and I'm not so much, my hips aren't my flexibility, but if you are, then what you're trying to do is get your shin parallel to the mat. So you might be here, but that's not me. Remember, the option is the 90-90, where you have your leg at the back, and then you just fold yourself forward. You're still getting that lovely big hip opening action through the hips. Otherwise, find your place, fine tune your place where you feel fully comforted and connected. So you remember to push that back leg away, squaring the hips to the center and lift up through the spine nice and tall. And that golden rod is going to bend forward, keeping that back nice and straight. You might come onto your hands here. You might come onto your elbows. You might make fists with your hands and rest your forehead down. Or you might even reach your hands right out and just breathe here. A lovely restorative pose, a sleeping swan, connecting with your breath. That gentle lift of the chin, looking up, pull the core in, breathe in nice and smooth. And then the exhale, we're just going to bring our knee back to here. So we're going to run through that again, our pigeon. So your left knee comes forward, pushing that back leg away as far as it can go. And I might show you a side version. So you're just trying to push that back leg away. And then it's that nice lifting up through the spine and folding yourself over. And you might blissfully close your eyes here, so you find your moments of bliss. And then lifting your chin, open your eyes, pull the core in. That's going to help me protect my back as I lift myself up. And then just breathe to your table so the leg comes back. Good. One more to the left, to the right side, sorry. So right knee comes forward. Find your place. Not got much room in here. And then lifting up. And fold yourself down to your sleeping swan. It's a lovely passive hip opener. Lifting of the chin, rising up, inhale, and exhale, bring the knee back. Good, well done team. So I'll be here, bring the knees together. We're going to sit down through our hero pose. If you need to, you pop a cushion underneath your tail and then lift up, nice and tall with the breath. And palms up, exhale. I generally like to finish my evening classes with some yin yoga, which is more of a restorative practice, and it's a nice way to get your body prepared for bedtime. And I always notice that I sleep better once I've done a night practice, my evening class. So just observe what happens with you and your body after you've had a bit of a workout and a work in. And come to your tabletop, hands are spread, knees sit width apart. And we're just going to curve through the spine and enjoy a lovely cat pose. The chin tucks under. And slowly come through the middle with the inhale, and then the exhale is the lifting up of your heart, looking up. I'll show you a side angle of that. This is our cow pose. And then we push the palms down through the earth and then slowly curve through the spine. Our cat pose. And come through the middle slowly with the inhale. And then release. And curving under. Here's our cat pose. And slowly come through the center into our cow. And release it. And come to your neutral spine. I'm going to turn around again. And this time, just reach your hands out a little bit further. Just gently lower the pelvis, and we're just going to circle the hips for about 4. Imagine you're drawing a big circle or little circle. I'm not going to say with your big bottom, just a circle with your bottom, big or small. The circle, that is, not your bottom. And just ease yourself. Feel your way. Feel what feels best for your body right now. And now I'm going to push the tail up in the air this time, and the melting heart comes down to the earth. Just hold it here and breathe. Rest in your forehead if you can. Nice big stretch through your chest and through your shoulders, through your spine. Rolling onto the forearms like a sphinx. Bring your palms together, the tail goes up in the air, the hands come over the head, we're in our temple. Forearms come down, push the hands down through the earth, the tail is lifted up, and melting heart down. Rolling onto the forearms, palms together over the head temple. Hands down. This time we're going to walk our hands back and we come to our hero pose. Knees come in together, sit down, lifting up the inhale and blow up the candle. Exhale. And a gentle release. We roll onto that hip, swing your legs around to the front. Pull out your cheeky bits. Cheeky, two cheeky bits going on right there. And I'm proud of my cheeky bits. And I always say we wouldn't be a beautiful woman without the cheeky bits. So bringing your knees together and extend. Keep your left knee hugged in and extend your right leg out. And there's that little shift up. So we sit up tall, grow strong. Kia kaha, be strong. And we're going to add a gentle twist. So we wrap our right hand around the knee, lift up with the inhale, open your heart. And the exhale, we gently twist as we look over our left shoulder. And then just slowly come to the middle. You'll take that breath as you lift up and breathe down. Good. Extend your left leg out and bring your right knee in. Hug it in as much as you can and try and, if your shoulders are hunched over, pull them down. And we wrap ourselves around, so we're turning towards the knee with the left hand, lifting up the heart. And use the exhale breath to twist. Anytime we're twisting in our body, we're giving our core a wee workout and our internal organs. And lift to the center, inhale. And exhale down. Feel your shoulders relax. And extend your legs out in front, and then we shift up. Now if you need to, you can have your knees slightly bent, or if you can, we're trying to straighten the legs, pull the core in, lift up, inhale, rise. And the exhale, we're folding forward, reaching for our toes as far as you can go, and relax your head down in a staff pose. So you can get a nice big grip on your feet and pull yourself down. Just breathe here. Lift up your chin, looking up. Pull the core in, stay connected. Inhale as you start to lift up. And the exhale, the palms come up. Blow out the candle. And taking your feet, soles of the feet together, more like a diamond. Let's spread our wings to fly. Inhale. And exhale, scoop through the core and hug that ball in. Rising up with the inhale breath. And exhale. Keeping your head down, but lean your hands to your toes. Lift up through your heart as you inhale. And then exhale. We're in our sleeping turtle. Here, closing your eyes blissfully. Feels quite nice. Big stretch in the spine. Slowly lift your chin. You might open your eyes here. Elbows come in. Pull the core in because that's going to protect my spine as I rise up with the inhale. And exhale, palms come up. And this time we reach up to the moon. And we're going to fold ourselves forward to our toes. Lift in, core in. Slowly come up, breathe in. And exhale. And just come to your comfortable seated pose. So I'm going to cross my legs. But you come to your, if you can, lotus, or just cross legs, or you can just have your legs out. Remember, it's your body. You honour and do what feels best for you. And I'm just going to gently fold forward. I might have my hands down, or if you can, you might bring your elbows down, palms up, and just rest your head. And remember to take those big, deep, calming breaths to bring that calm, peace, relief into your body, in mind, and soul. Gently lift the chin, coming up, inhale, and palms up, exhale. And crossing over to the other side, probably your least favourite side because we always tend to favour our favourite side first. And I know for certain that this is my least favourite. However, we need to make both cheeks even. And then folding yourself down, just soft, melting down. You can have your hands down, or if you can, you're trying to bring your chest as close to the earth. Relax your head. And lifting up, coming up, and breathe. We're going to bring our gratitude hands into play today. Hands together to your heart center. Clasping the hands together. Pointer facing up, like, and thumbs together. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. Just close your eyes. And just think of one thing that you are grateful for in your lives today. And take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, bow your head. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Feeling grateful is a great place to go, or a great place to start. So just every day take a moment to feel grateful, just for one thing. It doesn't take you long. And there was a journal, people did it in a journal. They wrote down what they were grateful for, and the people that wrote in their gratitude journal were actually generally happier people, and good things happened to them. And it's that whole law of attraction. So coming from a grateful place. Talking about grateful, I'm very grateful to be here in front of you, still connecting with you. It's a wee bit different, but we'll find our way, and we'll find our way together. I'm grateful that you're being loyal, and we're here. I'm not going to do a relaxation because I feel that that is something that you can do perhaps with a guided meditation, or in a space where you can fully relax. There's lots of apps out there that can help you with that. So we're going to just bring 3 deep breaths into our body as we reach up. And exhale, stretch out. And breathing in and out. And one more nice deep breath in. Palms together, hands down to your heart center. Exhale through prayer. Namaste. Thank you, beautiful people. I look forward to seeing you next time. So tune in and share it around with your friends, because, hey, we all can benefit from this. So keep sharing, share the love. Bye, team. See you next time. I'm trying to, I thought it was a touch. I thought it was a touch screen, and it's actually not. It's a mouse.